miniature claw game, and lastly, the Ever Eden skincare kit.
The fact that we have a society in which we have a skincare kit for a 4-year-old is a bit wild to me, not gonna lie. Welcome back to the Good Money community. My name is Naomi, and here I'd like to make you feel good about money. We are 2 days away from Christmas, so I wanted to look at some examples of videos of people who shared online how they deal with Christmas budgets, Christmas purchases. Christmas is always a time where there's a certain amount of pressure on having to spend money on people, on food, on things to do. So let's see how some people deal with that.
Okay, let's go for my Christmas budget for this year. And this is the first year I actually have Christmas savings, so I have £305 put away to spend. From that saving pot, I'm going to do £200 on presents and then around £100 on like activities and plans within December. We will be headed down south this Christmas to spend it with family, and we're really lucky that the entire Christmas meal has been sorted for it. We're also going to do like £50 each as like a food or drink contribution, and then £80 for petrol. And then I also wanted to get more decorations this year, so I have already spent £50 on that. So basically food and drink and then petrol is going to come out of my December disposable income once I'm paid on the 25th. The presents and any activities and plans are going to come from the saving pot. If anything else crops up, I have my Plum account with my little like automated savings in there, so I think I'll have like another £100 there just in case.
So what I really like about this video is that it looks like she's been kind of anticipating buying people stuff for Christmas. She has a budget set up. She's been saving ahead to just make sure that she can afford the stuff that she wants to do. Another thing that I really like is that she is dividing her budget over the gifts, the events, and also the food and transportation, because usually in December it's a time where you hang out with people, have little Christmas celebrations here and there, not just on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, so those costs can quickly add up if you don't budget for them. The last thing I really like is that she has a separate account. She probably put some money in there somehow, and that is kind of like a mini emergency fund for certain purchases that she wasn't anticipating. If you can afford to save a little bit each month before December rolls around, you'll have a way better idea of what your budget is, and it's probably also easier to stick to it. Okay, so this is just a picture of Christmas spending for a family. I think they have 2 young kids, and their question is, how much do you spend on Christmas gifts? Do you have a limit, or just try to get them as much as they've asked for? I'm guessing they're talking about the kids. We have 3 children, so they have 3, not 2, spending £500 to £700 on each. Then me and my husband normally spend £500 to £600 on each other. This is, in my opinion, a high budget. I don't have kids, but spending £500 to £700 on each kid is, in my opinion, a lot of money. I really appreciate people spending their own budgets and ideas around Christmas shopping on an app like TikTok, but I think the downside of this could be that other people see this and they feel guilty for not being able to do so. So even though I really appreciate people being open about their budget, about their spending, it can have a negative effect.
Here are the 4 presents that my 10-year-old is getting for Christmas on a budget of £100. So I will tag the video.
Go and read the comment thread on that to get an idea of the range of opinions. You can give children too many presents at Christmas. It overwhelms them. They don't appreciate it. They don't love it. It's just too much. Never feel guilty if you cannot spend on your children what you believe other parents to spend, and never, ever go into debt to buy them presents. It does nobody any favours. It doesn't do you any favours. It doesn't do them any favours. Second-hand presents are absolutely fine. They are totally okay. As long as they are something the child will enjoy playing with, then they're good. Don't be pressured into buying what you cannot afford.
I think this video really hits the nail on the head, because I think there is, when you look at these apps, an incentive to look to other people and see what they spend, just like I showed you in the previous picture, and think, well, I should increase my budget then, or I should get my kids more presents. Whereas when a kid grows up, they don't have any conception of how many presents they're getting or what is normal. You set that standard. So I do get that people feel pressured because spending so much time on social media, but I do think it's worth thinking about the long-term picture of where you want to spend your money, how you want to make memories with your family before you get to these questions of how much money am I going to spend on Christmas? Because if you know that you prefer to spend it on food or an experience together, that is totally fine. If I think back at my 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old self, I only remember a handful of presents. I remember having fun with family around me. I remember having good food, enjoying each other's company. And I think many people who are adults will say the same. So I really wish we can normalize the fact that it's okay as a child or okay to give your kids like 2 presents max at Christmas, and that these do not have to be expensive presents either.
We had about a $200 budget for our kids' Christmas this year, so let me show you what I got for our 4-year-old daughter. I'll do a video for our 20-month-old son as well. Do one present on Christmas Eve, which is always jammies, and we got them these adorable Grinch jammies this year. For almost every holiday, we get them some kind of book. So she was into Scooby-Doo. She's not as into Scooby-Doo now. But it'll do. She is now into Spider-Man, so we got her some Spider-Man walkie-talkies. Also always do a toothbrush in their stocking, so Spider-Man toothbrush. Other stocking stuffers are M&M Candy Cane. Is it even a stocking if you don't have one of these? Krabby Patties. She had these once and thought they were the coolest thing. This cute little Disney Princess charm bracelet, and then a cute little jewelry box with a mirror to put her jewelry and the charm bracelet in. We also got her a little name puzzle, some clip-in colorful hair extensions, a new magnet tab because we do have one that is halfway broken and her brother fight over it all the time, so they each get one for Christmas now, a miniature claw game, and lastly the Ever Eden skincare kit.
Okay, let's just start with the end. A skincare kit for 4-year-old? That I didn't know that was a thing. I'm not trying to judge the interests of the child, but the fact that we have a society in which we have a skincare kit for a 4-year-old is a bit wild to me, not gonna lie. Sometimes people call me a grumpy granddad, and I definitely feel like one when I see this. Skincare kits for 4-year-olds is wild. Anyways, maybe we've gone a bit crazy with this stuff. I experience it myself as well. I sometimes think, oh, I'm giving this person like 2 small gifts and this person is only getting 1. I want to equalize it, or this person has asked for a gift that's slightly more expensive. So I don't think it's bad that you try to make the gift giving a fun experience for everyone. I do think, however, that a lot of these items that I'm seeing in this video are just really cheap things that you can easily lose as a kid, or you maybe use it once and then you never look at it again, or it breaks really quickly because it's very cheap. I think the downside of normalizing the amount of presents that you need to give a kid is that you start buying more and cheaper and stuff that just breaks really quickly, which, I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me. I don't know. What do you think?
Come Christmas shopping with me for my 12 kids. Football gloves, clothes, shoes, basketballs, a wrestling set for Jason, some necklaces for the teens. At the Plug, I got some Jordan Retro 4s and cherries. At the Apple Store, I got 12 iPad 10s and keyboard cases. And then I went to Target, I got some baby doll stuff, Barbies, Legos, toys, hula hoops, snowboards, a train set for Bodhi, and a Switch Lite and games, and gift cards. Then I went home to do some online shopping, clothes, toys, games, books, rollerblades, a VR for Dash, some Nike slides, more Switch games, and baby dolls for Bree. Rainbow Friends stuff, Fortnite Switch, Jokerland Lego for Patrick, an F7 helmet for Deshaun, and some cute boutique clothes for Nevaeh. Custom wrapping paper for each kid, Nevaeh and Deshaun needed stockings, and lastly, matching Christmas outfits and jammies. And now I get to wrap it all.
First of all, this is the most American video I've ever seen. Okay, this family has there's 12 kids in this video, but I think they said they have 13 now. So it's a mix of them having biological children and then fostering kids as well. Amazing that they do this. Apparently the dad is a teacher. I'm not sure if the mom who made this video works outside of social media. But the reason I'm getting into this is because I think this is very important to why this video is so wild, why she's able to buy 12 iPads and 12 keyboards and 12, Nintendo Switches. The game of social media sometimes is played really easily by jumping on hooks, thumbnails, video ideas that are outrageous. Obviously, 9 out of 10 people watching this video will go, this is crazy, look at how much money she's spending. How do they get this money? They share the video with their friends and family saying, look how crazy this is. This is how some people play the social media game in order to make more money off of social media. And why I'm focusing on this instead of her budget for Christmas is because it's really important for young people, especially who are on social media, to realize that this family is playing the social media game as a career. This is probably their business. They're making a lot of money off of this. This is what makes them able to spend so much money on Christmas. This is not at all to be seen as a normal family going about their day in a normal thing. I just really want to emphasize that because I think part of the issue of why people experience pressure, not just around Christmas, but also around going on trips, having a certain house, having a certain adventurous life, is all because of the incentive that social media has created for people to live these crazy lives, show crazy things that they do with their day-to-day life, just because they can make more money off of us watching it, sharing it, talking about it. So yeah, don't be fooled by videos like this, families like this. There's always an angle to it. I'm not saying they have any malicious intent, but realize that there is a business behind what they're doing. Obviously, buying this amount of crap is awful for the planet. I mean, I don't want to go down that road, but yeah, completely unnecessary. They're way better off donating a portion of their money to doing something good, learning a skill. Okay, I'm becoming judgmental now, so I'm going to stop here. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.